What's up, everybody? So I just got done shooting a video. I just want to start with this, okay? It's a longer video. I get it. This wasn't to attack anyone. This wasn't to get in anyone's pockets, but it was just to let you guys know you're going to be hearing a lot of negative things about car dealers, flood cars, and all the nonsense that goes around it, okay? I want to tell you right now, watch out where the information is coming from, because someone might be trying to give you some bad information so you're not bidding against them on future vehicles that they might want to buy. I can tell you firsthand, some of these YouTubers have such a huge following that if they could shake some of them away from buying some of these cars, they might think that they're going to make money. Why do I think car dealers are such scumbags? Quite frankly, if you talk to most car dealers, they're going to tell you not to get into the car game. They're going to tell you how bad it is, because in their head, they don't want the competition, okay? Truth of the matter is, I'm on Florida Avenue in Tampa, Florida. We drive 3 or 4 miles down, drive 3 or 4 miles up on Nebraska. It's one circle, right? Or one rectangle, rather. We have more car dealers on those two roads than we do in the whole city of Tampa. I want to be on that road. I like competition. I think it makes me better, okay? Other people fear it. Other people don't want people to eat off their plate. And it's crazy that they actually think that another person will ruin the game for them. I could tell you right now firsthand, it's guys like me that are ruining the game. I don't have no overhead. I don't pay anything for my dealer's license. I could sell cars for $100 profit and I'm still making money. But if you're a legitimate person, like out there really opening up a car dealership and everything else, other dealers should help you out and show you the ways. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button. I'm not going to say I'm out because the video will come, so that's it. Let it. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Mo Flips, T-Mus 100%. You already know what it is. Let me just get started here with this because man, listen. Oh, man. That's a good flavor. So anyway, let's get right down to the nitty gritty. You already know that everyone and their mother, to include myself, is making videos about these flood cars that are going to be coming out of Tampa, Florida. I mean, they're going to be coming out of Florida, South Florida in particular, right? Well, South and Central. Excuse me. I want to get into this. There's a group of YouTubers that have a lot more subscribers than I do, and I actually considered influencers, right? I believe you hit a certain level where you're at like 100,000, 150,000, 200,000, where you can actually call yourself an influencer. I'm not that. What I am is a normal freaking guy, all right? Just so you guys know, I already made this video yesterday and I was cursing up a storm. I will put it out just for fun and I'll try to bleep out everything. But I really want to produce videos now that you can actually sit down with your kids and watch. If you're into flipping cars and you wanted to watch, you're like, I can't watch a Dave Mo video because, you know, he's got a little bit of a bad mouth. I get that, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to do better. If I mess up, I do apologize. But anyway, so this YouTuber out here, I caught a little bit of his video and he's like, oh, flood cars are terrible. They're going to be everywhere. These dealers are going to take them. They're going to go all over the country. Then he goes to say that he's bought one in the past. He's bought a flood car and had really great success with it. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, damn. Why would you put down something that you've done good with in the past? It doesn't make sense, right? Then he goes on and says, well, I told you guys that Toro was going to go out of business, or it wasn't going to be doing well, and then people got into all these exotic cars and they can't rent them on Toro anymore because once Toro, you crashed, whatever, listen. And then the crash, right? Obviously, everyone knows that the used car, the car market, automotive industry is coming down. We were here. The stimulus money was out, okay? What did car dealers do? We ran to the auctions and we bought everything we could get our hands on. We didn't care what we were paying because we already knew we were going to put it on the street anyway. It's the same, guys, it's the same thing that happens every single year for tax time. The only difference is it went on for a year or maybe a year and a half for that stimulus money. Now, just like every July, August, October, September, I said it backwards, you know what I mean? It starts to slow down because in tax time, you get all these people to get their money and then they get their checks. They want to go buy cars. So what happens is the stimulus money was out there. Bang, 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 bang. Everyone was selling it. If you you would basically have to live under a rock to not realize that it was going to come down. I hate to use the term crash, but I want to say go back to what it was, okay? If you had watched any of my videos, I always preach this to you guys. Don't use MMR, don't use Black Book, don't use Kelley Blue Book, don't use any of that stuff, okay? Look at what cars are selling for in your neighborhood. I use Facebook Marketplace and I use a 60-mile radius, okay, because I think that's fair. And I'll look in there and I'll see what they're selling for, and I try to beat that number by $2 to $3 grand. There's not one car on my lot right now that I own myself, okay, that I'm worried about what it's going to do. Not one. I mean, 2011 Nissan Altima, 150,000 miles on it. I'm in it for maybe 1,600. 2008 Civic, 200,000 miles, like 195 on it. I'm in that one for 1,400. Lexus LS 460L, 195,000 miles on it. I'm in that one for $5 grand. The Audi outside, I'm in that one for a 2015 Audi A5. I'm in that one for maybe, I think, $8 grand. I'm trying to think. You guys seen the one video of the 2015 Passat? I'm gonna be 2015 Passat, 97,000 miles. I'm gonna be into that one probably all said and done for something in the neighborhood of $5,600. How many? 2010 Toyota Corolla. I'm in that one for 2,200. 2008 Toyota Corolla that I drive every day, 5-speed manual windows. I'm in that one for 1,400. The list goes on and on, guys, okay? So what I'm trying to tell you is if you guys stuck to the plan and you bought the way we're supposed to buy, you're not worried. Like, this whole economy talk has got nothing to do with me in terms of where I'm at with my cars. You can't get, I mean, you basically have to, I don't even know. I feel like I bought so right, it's impossible for me not to sell them for a profit. And I just got done shaving. That's why I'm so itchy. So that's where that is, okay? So these YouTubers out here acting like they got a crystal ball and they could see the future. Oh, I told you this was going to happen. Bro, you want to know something? Tomorrow, the sun is going to rise. It's going to rise. Do I have a crystal ball? No, I'm just not a moron, and I could look at stuff and know, okay? This is how it works. It's the simplest thing in the world. You're not a mind reader. You're not a fortune teller. You're just someone who can sit down and say, oh, everything's going crazy. The housing market in Florida. If you didn't know that eventually, so when I was going to sell my house, I told you guys in the video, I'm going to sell my house. I bought my house for $200. I don't owe nowhere near that anymore. I could sell it for $515 right now, and I was considering doing it. And I was like, well, you know what? It would put me out. And I'm glad I did not do it because my plan was to get the RV. You guys know the deal. And then the hurricane hit. So anyway, I would have been up. And I know that the market's going to crash. So what am I doing now? Like, I'm watching every single day the real estate market in Tampa, Florida is coming down. I'm talking coming down a lot. 10%. I'm getting hits on my phone, emails from Zillow. House that you saved down $23,000. House that you saved down $70,000. Price reduction, right? And of course, the more house you look at, the bigger the reduction, right? So on that $23,000 house, I think it was only like $400,000. On the $70,000 house, I want to say that one was upwards of like $650,000, okay? What did I do? Here's what I did. I went, moved some money around, boom, 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 boom. And I said, okay, the market's going to crash. I'm going to give it 2 years till we hit rock bottom. Once we hit rock bottom, I still have my career. So that's going to give me my ability to still get approved because banks are going to tighten up just like they will with cars. Boom, I'll buy me something else and I'll keep this house as a rental property. Because in Florida, at this point right now, so many corporations have bought so many of these houses that they're going to continue to rent them out. But if you take that information and you use that for the cars or vice versa, you'll find that you're always going to be ahead of the curve because you're always going to know what's going to happen, right? So this YouTuber, he's not doing anything crazy. You know, then he went so far as to say, you know, oh, and then people are doing stuff illegally, you know, renting their cars illegally. My guy, unless you were born into a dealership, I'm willing to bet every last dollar I have, that before you got your dealer's license, you were out there selling cars and not putting them in your name. You were flipping titles, boom, 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 boom. Because the truth of the matter is, most car dealers, before they get their dealer's license, they have sold a car or two. Whether they took it from their mother and sold it to someone else, they made some money and kept it for themselves. But that's the truth of the matter. No one, in my opinion, wakes up and says, I'm going to open up a car dealership. I have no experience, never sold a car, never bought a car, don't know anything about it, but I'm just going to do it. It's just not the way it happens. Maybe it happens now because they're watching YouTubers and they think that everything they see on YouTube is real. But in the real world, most of us have done that, okay? Now, I'm not saying I ever have, so that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying most. Then he was like, oh, people are renting out their personal cars. My guy, listen to me. I know exactly right now where I come from, where we're at. I don't have a car. I can hit Joe Schmo off, like, yo, here's 200. Let me get that car for the week. Boom, you got it. Registered, insured, tag is on it. Okay, good. I'm good. We've been doing stuff like that. I don't want to even say in the hood, but we've been doing stuff like that forever. Forever. All right. We used to call like trap cars. It was just it was just something that was always done. This isn't new. Turo didn't invent this. This has been going on in certain areas forever. Okay. Here in Florida, up until 3 years ago, you could rent just a dealer's license plate. Legitimately pay like $500 a month and just get the license plate and put it on different cars and drive around town, whatever you wanted to do. They did crack down on that out here, so that's out now. But the renting of cars, this has been going on forever. Like all of a sudden, people are trying to knock other people's hustle. Like, I would never do that. Like, that's just stupid to me. Like, if I could go out and rent a car from this guy and rent it to that guy and make money in between, that's what I'm gonna do. That's how I'm gonna make my money. I need to eat. But don't sit here and be like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Especially when you were doing it. You feel me? Like, you're out here, so you have the news outlets right now. Be on the lookout for all these flood cars coming out of Florida. I keep saying Tampa, Florida. Coming out of Florida, they're gonna find here, there, the next. Here's the truth, okay? You wanna stop this? You wanna make the car dealer look like we're scumbags? God's honest truth, and I don't even like car dealers. Here's the truth. You're gonna have a group of people, regardless to if they're car dealers or not, that are going to do the best they can to hide the fact that the car was in any sort of accident, any sort of flood, any sort of anything. It's just what's gonna happen, okay? Number one. Number two, you're gonna have a lot of good car dealers that are going to get a lot of great deals right now on these cars. They're gonna fix them the correct way. They're gonna say, hey, this car was in a flood, just so you know. It's got a rebuilt title, but drive it up and down the street. It runs fine. In the next couple of years, do I think something's gonna happen to it? Chances are something's gonna happen to every single car. All you've done with this vehicle is increase the likelihood that something will happen, okay? With that being said, I disconnected all the connections. I sprayed some electrical grease in there. I put it back up, which most cars don't have from stock, but they do now. These cars do. And this is what we're going to do. The money that you're going to save now buying this car versus a clean title one, save that money because down the road you might need it, okay? In Florida, at least at this dealership that I'm at, I make sure that if we sell a rebuilt title, there is a separate sheet of paper that announces that it's a rebuilt title and the customer has to sign off on it. No shady shit going on, okay? But if you have a problem with flood cars and you have a problem with rebuilt title cars, you need to stop looking at the car dealer and you need to look at the insurance company. Don't think, so let me explain something to you. You have two titles, okay? A car has been totaled, two titles come out. Just work with me. A COD title, certificate of destruction, it's only good for export and it's only good to go to a salvage yard where they are going to strip it down for parts, okay? One way. Way number two. Salvage rebuildable 907A titles, okay? Those titles are, anyone could buy them and you'll go and you'll have whatever was damaged repaired and you'll take it to the inspection facility in certain states And Florida is one of those states that you got to take to the inspection facility, get it inspected. They'll issue you a new branded title, branded rebuilt or rebuilt flood or lemon buyback or whatever the situation was, okay? Now, if you want to stop that second part, you need to get with the insurance company and convince them that they're going to write a check to the owner of said vehicle for X amount of dollars and not be able to recoup their money on the higher end. Because I can tell you right now, a CD title goes for almost nothing, okay? You have a CD title that goes for almost nothing. Then you have a salvage rebuildable title that goes for more than the CD title. That's the insurance company's little bit of extra money for their pocket. Then you have clean title cars, and that's just what that is. So that's where we're at with it, guys. If you really want to stop these cars from hitting the street, tell your insurance company they can't make their money back. They can't recoup some of that loss. Let them know that. Let them know how you feel. Let's see what they say to you. But certainly don't put every car dealer in the same category as we're all scumbags. Because some of us really don't care. And some of us are scumbags. And certainly don't look like we're the reason why the cars are out there. Because we're not. We're buying them from the auction. We're buying them from the insurance companies. They're trying to recoup some money because they wrote a check. All right. So basically all I'm trying to say to you guys in a nutshell, and I'm sorry it took me this long to say it. You know what? I'm going to say this part and I'm going to open the video with this. All right. If you watched it this far, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, give me a like, join the team, get down with the team. Let's make this paper, baby. I'm out.
That's my best friend.